Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jabu, and today we are going to engrave on glass material using the Wainlux K10 laser engraver. I have here two shot glasses with different designs. You already saw this one in my other video. It has a great design, but this time I'm going to use the one with a plain design. I already have a layout in mind, and this glass will be perfect. As you can see, it curves on its sides, so it won't lay flat when we place it under the laser engraver. I plan to make a vertical text design to increase the chance of a successful engraving. Before we start, I want to give you a little information on how the laser works on curved surfaces. Here you can see that the laser is focused on the nearest distance. More focused is equal to more heat. So, there is a chance that the far side surface won't receive much heat. Now that it is all clear, we can now start preparing our material. As you can see at the start of the video, the glass that I chose has a conical shape, and that means it won't lay flat on the engraving bed. So to solve this, I think of some way that the engraving surface will lay flat and the glass will not roll while engraving. I grabbed some styrofoam and cut two long pieces that will prevent the glass from rolling, and a small one to elevate the base of the glass to make it perfectly level. I used double-sided tape to secure each part. I also put double-sided tape under the styro base to prevent it from sliding. Guys, remember that my method may not work on your material. I suggest you get yourself a sandbag because it is much effective. You can also try clays to stabilize your material. Let's check if the surface is level enough for engraving. I am satisfied with this setup and setting. It is quite sturdy, even if I tried to make the glass roll. After that, I prepared the glass by cleaning it with rubbing alcohol and wiping it with a clean cloth. Next, I took the measurement for the engraving design. I chose 55 millimeters. Then I grabbed the colored paper or laser marking paper and cut it slightly bigger than the engraving design. I do not recommend using markers because it is not that dark when applied to the glass surface. That means it will not block the laser and may cause a poor engraving even if your settings are correct. I will leave a link in the description of the material I used in case you need one. After that, I grabbed the container filled with water and soaked the colored paper for a few minutes before peeling. That step is necessary for us to peel the film on the colored paper. After a few minutes of soaking, pick the colored paper from the container and gently slide it to test if the soaking time is enough. If the film slides easily, then you can now apply it to the glass, but first make sure that the glass surface is clean. Position the colored paper according to the orientation of your design. You should move fast because once the colored paper dries, you cannot move it freely on the glass. Remove the air or water bubbles by gently pressing the colored paper from center to the sides. Dry the surface with a clean cloth. Now it's time to prepare the design. I always use Adobe Illustrator for vectorized designs. In this project, I chose a text that is typed vertically to avoid engraving on the far side of the material. Save the design in PNG format. Then open the CutLab X software. Make sure that the software is connected to the printer. Drag your design into the software and change its size according to your specifications. After that, I change the engraving setting to 200 on speed, 100% on power, 1 on engraving times, and 0.05 on interval. Turn the engraver on. Make sure that the power indicator is on. Grab the stabilizer of your choice and position it inside the engraver. Make sure to adjust its height for more effective engraving. I added double-sided tape to my stabilizer to make sure it wouldn't accidentally move. Place the glass on the stabilizer and make sure it is properly oriented. The distance should be 50 mm to 100 mm from the laser head to the material engraving surface. Adjust the laser focus by rotating the laser knob. Make sure that the laser focus is at its smallest and brightest point. Here, I added a box to make sure that the material distance is in the recommended measurement. Always use the laser focus paper when adjusting the laser focus. Now for final adjustments, you will see the laser point when you open the shield. It will be in the right place after you click the preview button. The laser point will always be on the lower left corner of the design. Take note of that because it will help you position your material better. If you are still unsure about its position, you can always try the preview button multiple times until you get the right position of your material. Once satisfied with the positioning, double-check your engraving settings, then click the Start button. It will start the engraving, and now we just have to wait for it to finish. Avoid looking at the laser because it may damage your eyesight. Always wear your protective glasses if you have any. Now it's time to check the result. The white lines that you see here are produced by the burned glass and are sucked by the fan that is located at the back of the engraver. I can tell that the engraving is a success because I can feel the glass has an uneven surface when I touch it. If I will engrave again, I will choose a design that does not have thin parts like the holes of the letters S, A, P, and O because it's so thin, it looks damaged. Better be safe on the design next time. Let's clean this up and see the result. Soak the colored paper in water for a few minutes just to soften it and make it easier to peel. Gently scratch it with your fingernails to remove the excess colored paper and to reveal the design. You can see here that the engraved part has a dark color. The dark color you see is the residue of the colored paper. Once you clean the edges of the design, you can already stop there if you want your engraving to have color. This time, I decided to remove the colored paper residue and see the engraving result on bare glass. I want to know how deep the engraving is and how it will look if it has no colors. I used tweezers because they are sharp and it will be easier for me to pluck the colored paper residue. I made a mistake here, I chipped some part of the design. I should have been very careful when plucking the edges. If in case you want this kind of result, be sure you are very careful when removing the colored paper residue, because you may damage the design in the process. You can still prevent it from happening because it is completely avoidable. I was so in a hurry that I did not think it through. Well anyway, it's my first time doing it, so it is still acceptable. I am still satisfied with the result. Now it opens a lot of possibilities in terms of the variety of designs. I am planning on adding nail polish to the engraved part so my customers can have many options. The camera is not picking its exact appearance, so I'll insert a picture here. Just pause it if you want to. So here is the final result. I therefore conclude that with the right setting, the Wainlux K10 laser engraver is capable of engraving on glass material with the help of the colored paper or laser marking paper. It is a nice engraver for its price. You can check out their MD19 roller if you want to engrave on cylindrical objects. It lets you engrave all around the cylindrical material. That's it for this video guys. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful and to be updated on my upcoming videos. You can also check out my other videos by visiting my channel. Thank you guys, and cheers!